Hey guys, it's Amanda with Americana Gardens, and today I'm going to give you the full Monty tour of my home garden. And right now the irises are spectacular. As you can see, they line the driveway and they're scattered throughout the gardens. So without further ado, let's get to it. On this driveway, like, the irises lined on both sides are just stunning. They smell like grapes too. They're wonderful. These irises came from my grandmother's house in Staten Island. So on one side you can see we have the wooden fence my father built some years ago. Their side is not our fence, it's the neighbors, but what I had to do was compromise with, you know, making it look even if you wanted to. So we have like the height of the fence over here, and so over here I added the height of the strawberry vanilla hydrangeas. Now you could tell they're a strawberry hydrangea just because they have the red stems there, and also by their blooms. It's on standard because it's more in a tree form here. I got roses planted on this side, climbing roses that I plan to put on this fence and just have it weave in and out. Over on this side we have the pots that I just did a video of, and I'll link that above. This is the ready refills. Stunning. It's stunning with these irises here. I'm very happy with the combination. And we have these huge hostas. This is the best year for them. They probably doubled in size since last year, and that's pretty amazing. I also have a hydrangea mop hen. I put a soil acidifier around it to make it more blue. Of course, they're not in bloom yet, but some more of these irises. Oh, this is just stunning. Like, who doesn't want to see that in their home? Or in their garden, I should say. We do have hollies that produce the winter interest on both sides here. More roses scattered around. And yeah, I originally had 4 of these hydrangeas on standard, but one died, and I was not able to get another one at the time. So that's okay, it works out. Hi. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, they came from my grandmother's house in Staten Island. Yeah, so third generation here.
They grow with a New York accent?
They're pretty quiet, so.
That's where my aunt used to live, Staten Island.
Oh wow! Yeah. Small town.
Yeah. That was about 40 years ago.
Yeah. Are you from New Philly?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, so am I. Yeah. Take care. Well, that was a nice little pleasant surprise that people walking their dog, they walked by and they're like, the irises, and they really liked it, and I love to invite them down, but I don't know, I'm a little private even though I put it on YouTube. Anyway, here I was telling you that these are my grandmother irises originally. Well, here he's like, oh, I have an aunt that's from Staten Island. Small world, I'm telling you. So, but that's always nice to hear that somebody is like, oh, that's so stunning. So let's continue on with the tour. So over here we have an apple tree. It's 4 different apples. I don't know all the type. It produced blooms last year and it produced blooms already this year, but nothing, like, there was no fruit last year. So I'm just going to pay more attention. I'm going to get a water bag, make sure it has plenty of water. throughout the growing season. And this whole area right in here is going to get a bit of a makeover. I already started on it. I planted this elderberry here. Elderberries get huge, mainly because I want to block the neighbor's place, but I mean, I cut it back hard and it's growing. Like, this is going to be at least 6 feet tall this year alone. I also transplanted some knockout roses with like the pink color. I have one on each side. This one I forgot to bury. Like, sometimes I plant until night and then I can't see, and it's like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and I get distracted with something else. So I watered it in. It's been raining a lot. Planted it, obviously. So we'll see if it pushes more new growth. If it doesn't, I'll just have to get another rose. Also, these fabulous Scotch Brooms. I love these. Their blooms are like little orchids. And this is also an evergreen. It's very whimsical too. I really wanted an evergreen in this space, and I'm glad I found it. So yeah, I have the roses, the Scotch Broom on either side of the lace. Oh my god, I was about to say lace cap. Elderberry. And then another rose here. A lot of this stuff over here is going to get dug up and transplanted, and that's fine. But this is a 9 bark. This is another dark foliage plant. Look at the blooms that it produces. Like, it is so sweet. And I always see these plants on clearance, like in November, for like $5. And, you know, I guess they're out of bloom and nobody really likes a dark colored shrub or something. I love it. I have several of these throughout the property. My curly willow, looking fabulous. This is about 3 years old, and it grows so super fast, and I'm in love with this tree. Obviously, I put my hammock there. Hang out in my hammock. Now, this sedum, I did not prune the sedum like I did another one. I'll link a video up for that as well. So I'm going to like test the theories with pruning and non-pruning, and I'll give you the results for it. Now, back there is my rose garden, a lot more irises, but I'm not going to come up that way just yet. I'm going to stay in this driveway area. Yeah, see, I love dark foliage plants. I really do. Japanese maple here. More irises. Rose on standard. Lamium down below. And here's another Scotch Broom. That one was planted there since last year, so they do get more of a weeping form. Now, these are lilacs, probably like 100 years old, and that's not an exaggeration. They have not been doing too well. I trained them up like 3 years ago to become more of like a standard form, meaning more trunk is visual at the bottom and then like have the bushy growth up top. And it has not been producing very good blooms. Like, I don't even think it bloomed yet this year. It's just like brown and dry, and it's not looking too good. I knew it was going to, it's old, like, yeah, plants have a lifespan, right? So I will be working on replacing these lilacs with another shrub, taller shrub, small tree. Look at down below there. The azaleas already bloomed. My pansies are still going strong. How sweet. Ferns are growing. The phlox is going out of bloom. This is a little more protected under here because of the lilacs above. But I love those Japanese painted ferns. Stunning. More irises. Another rose tree on standard. Has some buds that's ready to bloom. Ooh. Look at that Jack Brunnera down there. The big weed in it. These are all, most of these are suckers from that lilac. Ugh. So this is another Scotch Broom. You're probably like, oh, this looks weak and sad. This was a forced early bloom Scotch Broom. I got it like when it first came into the stores. So that's why it's like going to seed and everything. You see like the peas. Well, I should say like pea pods forming. I don't know if they're actually peas. I don't believe so. Oh, yeah. And here's another 9 bark. Mm-hmm. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I got the irises right behind it there. There's actually a burning bush kind of like right behind it too. We have the irises here. We have mullein that will be blooming here. Lamb's ear. And check out these sweet little annuals I have. I love going to my local nursery. They have like the best annuals there. No box store can top it. And these are straw flowers here. Now they closed up when it's cold. Or when it's like overcast day. But then they open when it's sunny. And like, I think that's so sweet. This is a nice mixture. This fountain here will soon be my fairy / succulent garden. I'm not going to use these as bird baths. The reason being is I do not change the water enough for it to be healthy for them. So that's a slack on my issue. So I'm just going to turn it into like a little succulent garden. The birds can find water elsewhere. I have another hydrangea here that will be blooming. Stays on the smaller side. Look at these alliums. So sweet. I love these alliums because they're just fun. They're fun to see in the garden. They're just a unique globe shape. I also have volunteer sunflowers that are coming up. I'm going to pull some and keep some. Like, I obviously don't want the ones that are right next to the sidewalk. Yeah. Oh, and this is the lavender that I did a prune job on. I linked that in a video as well. Doing wonderfully. Doing wonderfully. So this is another side. This side actually is going to get mulched. We have more like ground covers, and right here, this is such a pretty color. We also have more straw flowers. That is, right over there is a buddleia or a butterfly bush. And it's coming back, no worries. And right here we have this chartreuse green pearl jams, or Chardonnay pearls. That's what it is. This one is not in much bloom as compared to the one over here, which we will look at more closely. And that's just because of the sun difference, the sun exposure. But see those sweet little blooms? Yeah, some phlox back there. There's just little hints of blue on it yet. But that will be cut down shortly along with some of the tulips and everything. Oh, but this view right here. Check this out. Okay, we have the Chardonnay pearls right here. We had phlox, okay? Over here, this is a hydrangea. Right back there are alliums. And we also have some of the irises right up there. That is stunning layers. I love how this is layered. Also, just over to the right more, you see that smoke bush? I just chopped it down really hard because we had a late frost and it killed some of the branches. But don't worry, this is going to bounce right back up. It already is. But can you imagine with all this layering and colors and textures, and then also the smoke bush texture right there, filling this little hole in? Oh, I can't wait. So, let's see here. Have some salvia I planted. Those are gonna get huge. There's also some volunteer sunflowers back in there, and I'll let them go. There is a wisteria in the corner of the fence right there. That is an American wisteria. It's less invasive. I'm going to be training that along this picket fence here. I can't wait. More alliums and irises. Such a lovely area. Like, this is our driveway, so we pulled down into this. Have a nice seating area here. Good for cookouts. It's a little messy here, but it is what it is. We're working. It's a work in progress. And I just did these today. These are verbenas in the front. I planted some vivid colored gladiolus bulbs down below. Obviously you can't see them right now. And this is Cosmos. So this is going to be a really nice, like here you're going to have your spiller, okay, with more of like a bold leaf. The gladioluses are they're like an iris leaf. They're very strappy, long and strappy, and then you have this lace-like foliage with the Cosmos. So it's going to be a nice combination. And these rocks here, I found them in the garden. They are from my niece when she was probably like 3 or 4. She had a birch tree, smiley face. So I don't know, I just kind of wanted to keep them around. Pile of stuff. I did the same thing on the other side of the shed here. And she put Nanny on there, rainbow. Sweet. Those are the things we want to keep. So, if I slowly turn around here, I have these white pots that I planted peas in it. The name is escaping me. But we pinch these off just a tad. And what that does is it encourages the plant to make like more bushy growth. Sweet peas, that's the name. Why was that invading me? Or evading me? Yeah, and I'll just like train these to go up and around. See if we can get that one over there, more out. And I'm going to keep these fairly short because obviously I want them to be, you know, like height of a person, or like at the very top of this right here. Got some pots I'm gonna plant some stuff in. You're probably like wondering like what all this mess is. So this is the Veggie Garden. Yeah, it doesn't look like a veggie garden now, but we put down cardboard to help keep the weeds down, and that helps so much. Like, yeah, there's weeds poking out like by the fence, but putting cardboard down until you're ready to plant stuff is a great idea. This is a my mom calls it the bean house. So she got this to grow like beans and other produce on top, to kind of cover it and make like a little home. I did think that adding like these wood pieces here, like these are from the smoke bush that I just cut some pretty large pieces out of it. It was tall. But over time, I would just like to add to it to make it look less like industrial with the metal poles and stuff like that. I wanted to make it look more natural and add some of the, like the twigs and the branches that I cut off. And I've seen it done before. Other people have done it and it looks fabulous. So I hope this works. And also this little charm right here on the door, I got this in Gettysburg when I was on a trip with Tom. And I really liked how pieces of it rusted because it just makes it look more natural now. And sometimes I'll come up here with dried flowers and put the dried flowers on, and it looks so sweet. This is my Zeke box here. As you can see, I got a bunny to represent Zeke, my bunny. Neighbors' dogs are barking like crazy. I gotta pinch some of these. But I'm growing romaine lettuce for him. Another type of like dark leaf lettuce, and it's doing well. So I could pick these, come out and pick these for him, and he eats them. He loves it. All right. Now we are approaching my mom's shade garden. Oh, there's some weeds in here I gotta pick. Come on, you don't belong there. I don't want the weeds to get like super big and take nutrients from the sweet peas. And also it'll be a lot harder to get the weeds out once the peas start really taking off. Alright, here we go. My mom's shade garden. Now I just did a tour of this area about 2 weeks ago, and I'll link it up above. But things have just exploded. Look at the bleeding heart there. Iris is in bloom. Peonies about to burst. And I love this. Pansies that self-seeded themselves here. I love the dark foliage, or the dark petals to them. This is a black and blue salvia here. I love the carex, like how it's so dark and then like these vibrant blue colors come out of them. Corabells here, Lamium. There was another phlox that's just out of bloom. Beautiful Brennera. Ferns. And I can't wait. I hope this produces some plums this year. This is the first year in it. I mean, the ferns have just grown. Like, they have just taken off since I last been here. Beautiful. And I love how they unfoil. Like, you see that? I love them when they're first out of the ground like that. And I got the primroses. They're doing fabulous. The alyssums. That's gonna spread everywhere. Can't wait. I still need a plant to put in this little bucket here to hang down. I'm thinking like a pearl succulent. I don't know. We'll see what happens. The pinks are now out of bloom. Yeah, this ostrich fern just got huge. I love it. I mean, the hostas are just like completely filling in now. I planted these little ground covers, but I'm gonna take them out because they're not gonna get any sun. I underestimated how much these hostas would get, how big they would get. Let me get these weeds out of the way. Since I'm here. Yeah, this whole area is going to be redone. I mean, they're just weeds in the beds that we built for these arborvitaes. That whole arborvitae needs to be replaced for obvious reasons. I love this alyssum right here with that coral bell. So pretty. Alright, let's go down the path. Another weed. Just pick them as I see them, for the most part. Here is the oak leaf hydrangea. Now I still need to come in here and cut this. I think I'm just going to cut this one down. There's only like one viable stem. Or at least just cut it down to like right here. But overall it's doing pretty good. This was actually damaged when that one branch came down. And it recuperated fairly nicely. Some more coral bells hidden under there. Alyssum. This is a juga. It's a great ground cover. It spreads fast and it has these pretty blue blooms on them. Oh, look at this. I love these. Bleeding hearts. The apple tea, corabelle, the stilby, the hostas, the irises, the more corabelles, the different colors and textures in here is just amazing. And this is a sign of a healthy lilac right here. You see those blooms up there? You see those blooms? That is a healthy looking lilac, unlike the ones that are in my driveway. Lots of astilbes that are gonna bloom. They're starting to put out their spikes here. Or their stalks, I should say, not spikes. Another weed. Get out of there, you. This hosta is massive. This is like the largest size I've seen it all year. And believe it or not, there is a hydrangea in here. It is just, I mean, like you could see it now, the new growth. But oh my word, the Brennera here is just like taken over. And it's stunning. Hydrangea bush. On standard, I should say, not bush. Here's more carex. I'm not even worried about this because it's gonna come back strong. More alyssum. Weed. And this is a coneflower in there. So a coneflower will emerge from this. Oh well, such is life. Okay, but you can see we just walked around this area here. We have some astilbes. And we also have some primroses I planted in here. And also another annual here. The camera does not do this justice. This color is like a pure lemon sunshine color. Got a pot. I gotta put something in there. I need some ideas. Have any ideas? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Okay. And this is... Oh, look at this lupin. It's blooming. Oh, how pretty. Sorry about the dogs. My neighbors have dogs. Sedum, penstemon, the onyx penstemon. Some lovely irises. And I gotta put something in here. Maybe like a nice big annual. Peonies, irises, another hydrangea on standard. So pretty. And I just want to show you this clematis right here. That is so romantic. Clematis is so romantic. I can't wait till it climbs over this. But first, I gotta paint that. I gotta paint the gazebo. Alright, and just on this side here, we have some peonies that are opening up. Well, about to explode anyway. Oh, these are the old-fashioned ones. These have been here for like 50 years. This is also like a weed. It's a daisy. But I let it do its thing. Like, I don't mind it here. Back there I have a Hydrangea Limelight, which will get huge and provide some blockage in this area. First, let's see the cats. There's Lilac, and then there's Strawberry. You guys are a bunch of lazy bums. Lazy, lazy bums. Oh, don't you just love these hanging baskets? I got them at Lowe's. They have white and red geraniums. Now, I usually don't plant like red like this, but up against the house, I'm with this, the Centris Falls, I believe it's called. It's so gorgeous. So I think I might get 2 for the front porch. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. This is what I call the Crescent Garden. This kind of acts as like a border from the yard to the very steep hill that's right over this way. Now, I was actually doing another video, but I mean, again, the irises. The irises, guys. Just stunning. The camera does not do it justice at all. I was doing another video of this area because I just wanted to plant these pots, and while planting the pots, like, just turned into like a whole different subject. I put lantana, also this like purple salvia annual in there, and this portulaca here. So these pots, I got 4 of them here. That's why I planted. But you can see I'm moving a lot of things. I'm planting a lot of things. Delphiniums do perfect here. They absolutely love this area. This is the only area where I could get delphiniums to come back. This is a, yeah, you see, there's more of those right here. I love the color. It's so bright and cheerful. This is another 9 bark. Now, I transplanted this. It's not happy with me. Don't worry, it didn't die. It just went through some shock. It'll bloom. The leaves will turn back up. But I got one right in the center here. I got like one right over there, and I got one hidden back over there. Yeah, but these delphiniums, they're like killing it in this spot. So I got more, and I'll be planting more. That one's nice and happy. So once the irises bloom, die out, the delphiniums will pick up. Also, I will be moving, there's a burning bush in there. I know you really probably can't tell the difference because we have this wild forsythia, but there's a burning bush in there that will be moved up to right here. It will match the one on this side. And in the fall, you get that nice, vibrant red color. So, but I weeded a lot. See, there's all my weeds in here. But this area needs some mulch, and I need to do some edging here. There's actually rocks here that's act for an edging, but I'm really happy with this area. I'm just like, none of it was jiving for me for like the last 2 years, and then like this year it clicked. This is along the back porch. We have lots of lots of weeds, which I will get out of. But we also have echinaceas that sure will be beautiful in the coming days. This is a butterfly bush here. This is a weed. Come on, you. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Ah, dang it, I didn't get it by its roots. But this was phlox that was in glorious bloom. And look how wide these things get. They get like 2 to 3 feet wide. So when it's done, I'm going to be cutting it back a little bit just to keep it more tidy. I have this whole area edged with lavenders. They did not sprout yet, but this is probably a later variety, so I'm not worried about it. This whole area needs to be mulched too. I got mulch. It's in my driveway. Another strawberry hydrangea. Ooh, but that was a dead branch, no worries. But you can tell because of the red stems there. I got some peonies. These are like a newer variety, so hopefully they like stay up more because I did not stake them. I got volunteer sunflowers all back here because what I did last year and the year before is I put sunflowers right up there where the fence is. It was pretty cool. But actually what I would like, I don't know if I'm going to keep them. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I have moonflowers. And like the first year I started like gardening, I put moonflowers right up here and it cascaded over this concrete wall. And it was gorgeous. It was just so elegant, dramatic, and gorgeous. So I'm kind of tossed up between sunflowers or moonflowers. My mom has some gardening herb stuff to do. And this is actually a herb bucket that we got. Well, that my mom assembled herself. This rhododendron is about to bloom. Look at this dianthus. I put that dianthus in there last year. I had a lavender, it didn't make it, but I got a replacement. Put that on the front porch, but like, that is so bright and pretty. And I gotta do more. I gotta do more with these pots. It's coming though. It's coming. Stay tuned. Alright. And here is like pathway to the kitty pen. As you can see, they like to run around. The pen is just their home. Like for the night. But I have this gorgeous red bud right here. It bloomed so pretty. It was the first time it bloomed this year. I love the leaves. I'm probably a person that has so much dark foliage in their yard, and I don't regret it. I think it's so understated. So, anyway, I got some more hydrangeas here, lavenders. I got some stock. Look at that. I love the purple ones. I'm gonna be trimming them back, and I'll get a new flush. This is a mullein. I just picked it up at a local nursery, or they call it verbasum, and I find that color to be just darling. Like, I have the white ones that got tall and huge, and that's fine, but this is so sweet, and I wanted it in my garden because it'll seed everywhere, and I'm definitely okay with that. Again, the irises. Ta-da! Let me get up close because in the camera it seems very, very, very light. This is definitely more purple. But I guess that's how it's going to be. Fabulous Limelight Hydrangea on standard. I pruned it myself and I was very impressed with it. I'm tooting my own horn. And that's okay. Got some phlox down here still blooming. Look at this mixture. Shade right here. Hostas, ferns, corabels, pansies. I got heather right here that I got plant. Got that on clearance, but it's an evergreen and it blooms early spring. More hostas and irises. And along this wall here, there's sedum growing out of the cracks. Like, I just love that. It's just so natural. And as you can see, the clematis we have over here, I didn't train it enough to go up the trellis you see right there. It's just making its home right on the bench. And a little bit below too. But honestly, I think it's, ooh, yeah, it's really tangled. I don't know, it's neat. It's neat, I like it. So I did a video early on in the spring of this garden area up here with the tractor underneath the lilacs. You can see the Scotch Broom right back there behind the tractor, and then you also have that red leaf maple, or Japanese maple I should say. Then we also have the pockets of pansies, and they're just loving their lives. So I do have ferns and everything, but you really can't see it because we have this very invasive wild blue flower. I just wanted to keep it there for this year, but it's going. I'm gonna get rid of it after it's done blooming this year. And I also got tons of suckers too from the lilacs. More lilacs on this hill here. Or I'm sorry, more irises. I love how they can just go anywhere. You know, they just go anywhere. I love it. Got a hydrangea bush right on top here. This was also phlox, and you know, I think I'm gonna dig that out and I'm gonna put some perennials in there. That way it's like a variety with this carpet juniper right here, because it just looks too much the same. So I'm gonna break that up, which will be fine. I'll find a new home for it. Got some blue pots stuck in there and tucked in away, and I need to find something to plant them with. Got some sedums that I'll probably be transferring over to a sedum garden that I'm building, and put some other items in these pots here. But I gotta show you the view from back here with this garden. And it does not do it justice. It really doesn't. The camera always makes it look different. So I got some Brennera in here, some Onyx Penstemon, which I will be moving in the back. This area I'm going to be making into a pond. Yep, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a pond. Also, I just want to run up here real quick. Like, I love the grass. It's all like in their seed heads. I don't know, it doesn't bother me. Like, you know, it's a cottage garden, not a formal garden. But okay, you see this grass right here? Yeah, look at those seed heads. Like, that is so pretty. Now, of course, I'm gonna weed whack some. I'm not gonna leave it all like meadowish, because I do have a specific area for a meadow, but I'm definitely going to be keeping some of these grasses here. Okay, yeah, so definitely going to be keeping some of these grasses in pockets throughout. And I got some wild daisies in there. Like, I don't want to cut that stuff back. Oak leaf hydrangeas. And look at this. The clematis with the iris. Oh, that is just stunning. Stunning. Love it. But I cannot wait to get the ponds going in here. And now it's going to be like a bucket pond or a barrel pond. It's not going to be anything major, but I'm excited to start it because it's going to be something different and totally out of my expertise. Yeah, see these grasses here? Like, I love that. I don't care if it's growing out of a rock. Like, I just love that. It's just so wild and natural. All right. Well, this I don't want. This is a pathway, but I haven't like weed whacked it or anything. And as you can see, I got mulch here and I'm gonna do some work. This is a, what is it? It's escaping me. You know, I think I'm gonna remember the names and then I don't. Crabapple. There we go. Crabapple. Goes the green to like a darker foliage. Again, I'm a sucker for dark foliage stuff. I'm actually going to train this branch to be more like this. I don't want it coming out into like the entrance. Like that's what's gonna happen. Like I'm at the front entrance right now. Yeah, it needs to be trained to go over there, and I will take care of that. But like, look how pretty it is underneath the leaves from the new growth. That is so pretty. Have rhododendron tucked back in there. That's going to, I'm going to transplant that. I don't know why I put it there. I really don't know why. I shouldn't have put it there. I have a better location for it. It's going to be within this garden, but not right behind a tree. These trellises along this, the neighbor's property here, are actually going to have climbing roses on them. They're still little babies, so you probably can't see them. But yeah, this is another Limelight Hydrangea. But like, you see this, like, I love this natural wild look with the grass and the daisies. It's just like, I could have pockets of this grass around and I would be satisfied. Okay, yeah, I have a star rose on standard that did not make it. It's not pushing any new growth. That is going to go. I'm going to get a new one. Money back guarantee policy. Also, I have butterfly bushes in between these rose trellises. I need to cut them down more, but like, yeah, there's the old growth, there's the new growth. And that's a nice size going on. Oh, it has buds on the very top too. Ah, I can't wait. I got those roses from Heirloom Roses and they're top notch. Okay, got more roses, some perennials. These are hyssops right here. And I still need to find some succulents for my little guy right here. Put them on this. Again, look at the irises, guys. Look how pretty that is. Got some weeding to do in there. Okay, so now we're back up by the driveway. My hammock right underneath the willow. Yeah, so none of the roses are in bloom yet. They will be probably within 2 weeks. So there are some more gardens I still have to show you. So let's get to it. So we're just gonna walk along here again. These are where the lilacs are. Oh, I love that bush. 9 bark, people. I'm telling you, you gotta get it. And also there's just like this one plant here. So this is a sedum. not an autumn joy, but it's like more of a dark foliage one. Well, I planted this other plant here. I forget the name of it. Lord. Anyway, it has like these gorgeous blue glistening like balls on top of it when it blooms. But I think it's interesting like how the sedum is coming out of that. And I don't know if it becomes a thing, because these sedums will bloom. So if it's a nice arrangement, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Like, I'm not gonna separate them. I'm gonna let them grow together and do their thing. I think that's just an experiment, but I think would be fun. All right, so down the stairs here. So this whole garden over here is filled with like perennials, but it's actually really grassy, and I don't even care at the moment because this whole section is going to be redone. This is all going to be connected. This garden here and that garden, it's going to be connected. I'm just going to have like a little walkway there to get through it and, you know, to weed it and stuff. I got these. This needs to be staked very bad, but this is another hydrangea on standard. I have a willow, weeping willow on standard right here, and I have another standard hydrangea as well, and of course irises. I'm going to try and experiment with these lemon threads, evergreens. I've seen people limb them up so you can actually see more of like the trunks, but I'm going to keep it small, and I think I'll make a video of that. I think that would be really neat to do that. These barrels are just full of weeds. These are the barrels I'm going to empty out and use for my pond over there. So yeah, lots of projects coming up. Look at my boxwood area here. I did a video on like how to prune them into spheres. They're growing more. But overall I was happy with the job. This section here I'm going to be growing sedums, and I started doing that. Now obviously I have the stuff that's in the plants, or the pots. I have salvia, hydrangea, irises, lilies will start to bloom, and then these evergreen arborvitaes. But like, look how sweet is that, and they'll do well here. So I'm gonna plant this around, and this is gonna be a nice ground cover. Wow, that got huge. I literally just put like a little piece, like probably like a fraction, like that big, in about 2 weeks ago, and it just blew up. Yeah, so sedums are going to work in this area. Oh, and I'm going to plant some dianthus too. Why not? This is my niece's little garden here. She will be visiting shortly, and we are going to be planting. And I'm excited to do that because we haven't done that yet this year. But she has some dianthus in there with the pinks, some columbines with the purple, and I got this for her at a Adamstown like flea market type in Pennsylvania here. It's like the largest like flea market area around. Needs some weeding, but we'll get there. Actually, those buckets I have over in my sedum garden that I'm gonna have to put back in, and then she can pick out some flowers. This is a weeping cherry. I can't wait till that gets nice and big. Oh. So along the white fence here I have some, you know, again I have the irises you can see blooming. I will have lilies down here, rhododendrons, they are finished blooming. Another 9 bark, it's symmetrical, so those are actually sunflowers that are coming up. Boxwoods, Veronicas. Where are these wild daisies? This is a redwood dog shrub. This is a strawberry, again a strawberry panicle hydrangea. This is like some wild alyssum and stuff. I just let it do its thing back there. It's not hurting anything, just filling up space. Another 9 bark, did not bloom yet. Obviously, like this is like more of a shaded area, so the light is different. But one of the projects that's gonna happen this year is that this will be expanding. Okay, it will be coming out more, and I will be planting trees. The reason I will be planting trees is one, for privacy, okay, and the second is to help reduce with the noise from the traffic down below. As you can hear, it's pretty noisy. Alright, so now we're gonna go down the steps here. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Yes. I planted these seeds. Look at this. Red clover. Amazing. It's in here. This is going to be the meadow area. I'm going to have some shrubs, which isn't typical in a meadow. Like I have a climbing rose back in there and stuff. That's going to be tied along this white fence. I have some irises here that I will be dividing more in my yard and putting in. I had some phlox that's out of bloom right now, but I got some like lilies that are gonna come up. I know I have some other plants in here. I bought these cosmos fern here. This looks like a pink, but it's more of like a dark fuchsia. And these are red salvias. I'm doing these for the hummingbirds. So that's just like one side. I have the other side, which is twice as big. And this side also has honeysuckle and Virginia creeper vine. So this is gonna be a process, and I'm looking forward to it. And I just did this little section here. All by my lonesome. But these are like ready refilled planters again. And I love how the color just like, it pops off of this and coordinates with this. So these colors, they pick up on like the oranges and the reds that are in the stones. And I have 2 pots on this side and 4 pots on that side that I need to plant something in. The problem is I don't have any irrigation going up there. So none of my garden has irrigation. It's all done either by hand or by nature, and that's really the way it should be. Other than like fruits and vegetables, I can see like you supplementing more water for that. But so that's the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and watch some more videos. So enjoy.